outside the van. +2. Someone just tried the door. Hey!
In May of 2018, a British YouTuber named CJ uploaded a very bizarre video titled "Fixing My Fridge in a Haunted Forest" on his channel project Amber CJ's channel. Primarily documents his travels and camping experiences across Europe. As he travels out of his camper van, what sets his channel apart from other exploration channels is his dog named Lance CJ. Always brings Lance along wherever he goes, and the two of them never travel without one another. His videos typically highlight the beauty of nature and have a relaxed and pleasant vibe to them. However, in this particular video that was far from the truth, in the video, CJ was driving through the French countryside in his camper van. When he noticed that his mini fridge was not working, he immediately pulled over to fix it. The spot where he stopped was in the middle of a rural forest, with no one else in sight for many miles. As CJ stepped out of the van to fix the fridge, his dog began to act very strangely. The dog stared intently at a well located close to where he had parked the van. The strange behavior caught CJ off guard, and this is when things started to take a very bizarre turn.
What are you looking at? You keep freaking me out, dog. There's no one over there. You seen someone? I'm not. There's actually a well just where I'm parked. You go down this little track and there's a well with a big metal bar on it. And originally I was going to go and park there, and I saw the well. Instantly started thinking about the ring, which when I was about, I think it was about 10 when it came out, scared the out of me. For like a month I didn't sleep properly, and now the dog keeps looking over in that direction of where it is, so I'm like, nah mate, I might move.
As CJ's dog continued to stare at the well, he mentioned that there was an abandoned well nearby, sealed with a heavy metal cover. Eventually things returned back to normal, and CJ brushed off the strange occurrences he had been witnessing as he worked on fixing his fridge. He decided to spend the night there. However, the next day, things took a turn for the worse. When CJ began hearing mysterious sounds coming from the abandoned well...
Seriously freaked out now. A minute ago I could hear like really loud moaning, like just booming across the mountains. So I've come down to where I could hear it. I got to this old well and it stopped. But just as soon as I got here, just from over there, there's no track or anything, it's just wood. This girl appeared, dressed like kind of like a monk, no shoes, and no hair. So I said bonjour and that, and she responded. I asked if she was okay, but she didn't respond then, she just carried on walking. So I carried on a bit and then thought I better double check. Went to go and find her again. She's gone. That way, that's where my van is, and that goes to the road. But down where she went that way, there's nothing, and there's nothing for miles. Where did she go?
After hearing mysterious noises coming from the well, CJ immediately went down to investigate the source of the noises. However, just as he approached the well, the sounds abruptly stopped. During this time, he spotted a girl dressed like a monk, barefoot, and with no hair, who seemed to appear out of nowhere, and walked into the woods. CJ called out to her, but she didn't respond and continued walking away into the distance. Concerned that the girl might be lost or having some type of mental trouble, he decided to follow her. However, by the time he reached the spot where she had been, she had mysteriously disappeared. Not only had the girl vanished, but there were also no footprints or signs of anyone's presence, plus the location where she disappeared was a relatively open area in the woods that stretched out for miles. Disturbed by what he had just witnessed, CJ decided to leave the woods. As he was walking back to his van, he saw the girl again, and this time recorded the disturbing encounter.
I have not got a clue what was going on there. That was so weird. The well, the moaning from the forest, the girl. Nah, maybe there's an explanation to it all, but I wasn't sticking around. I left, I booted it. I'm about 50 miles from there now. I saw the girl another 2 times. The last time I was near the van and she was running through the forest. I left. I was gone. I was gone so fast. I didn't even pack the van away. Yeah, it's a pretty big mess in here. But I do have a working fridge. The fridge is working. It's nice and cold now.
CJ mentioned that he saw the same girl 2 more times. After filming her, and the last time he encountered her, she was running into the woods. After this encounter, CJ quickly hopped into his van and drove away without even packing all his belongings in the back. He also mentioned that his dog is typically very friendly and approaches people playfully. However, on this day, his dog seemed anxious and kept staring in the direction where the woman had gone. The identity of the girl and whether CJ's experience was paranormal remains a mystery. Many comments on his video point out that CJ's videos focus exclusively on his van life, and this is the only one of this kind and has no reason to fake his content. However, these claims regarding the paranormal are not confirmed or verified and are merely theories and speculations. Consequently, the truth about the girl continues to be an unsolved mystery. This right here is a YouTuber named Brendan, who in February of 2024 uploaded a video titled "Scary Attack" while van camping on his channel. Brendan Explores. His channel is dedicated to outdoor exploration, and he frequently uploads footage of his stealth camping experiences while traveling across the UK in his camper van. In this particular video, Brendan chose to go stealth camping near a residential area located at Jaywick Sands Beach. Brendan begins the video by parking his van in a nearby parking area and exploring the local surroundings. However, he finds the area too strange and noisy for his liking, as he hears many bikes and cars racing around him. Therefore, he decides to drive about 30 minutes to a nearby forest. After locating a good spot to park his van, he felt satisfied with the quiet and peaceful surroundings, and it seemed like he was alone in the woods. As the night began to set in, Brendan enjoyed his dinner and decided to go to bed around 10 p.m. However, at approximately 2:30 a.m., he was suddenly awakened by the sound of footsteps outside his van. It was at this moment that Brendan encountered something truly disturbing.
Nice and quiet here. Not even a sound of a distant car. Just how I like it. It's absolutely dead quiet. I'll see you in the morning. I think someone's outside the van. Someone just tried the door. Hey! Right, whoever the that was has now gone.
After hearing someone trying to unlock his side door, and then moments later witnessing the glass of his passenger side window shatter into pieces, Brendan quickly shouted at the individuals and stepped out of his van. Unfortunately, the person ran off before Brendan could confront or identify anyone after this bizarre encounter. Brendan, without thinking twice, drove 3 hours back to his house the next morning. Brendan gave a detailed update to his viewers and mentioned that the individual who attempted to break into his car likely saw his fridge sitting on the passenger seat. When they failed to unlock the doors, they broke the glass window in an effort to steal the fridge, or even the van itself. However, when they heard Brendan shout and realized someone was inside the van, they quickly fled back to their own cars. Despite his van being damaged, Brendan was fortunately unharmed during the break-in and managed to safely make it back home. He later mentioned that out of the hundreds of camping trips he has taken, this was the most scared he has ever been. This next clip was captured after a family noticed strange things going on in a playground outside their apartment for several nights. Creepy noises would echo from the playground, and the sounds of children playing could be heard in the early hours of the morning. However, there were never any children there. And what makes it even creepier is the playground swings would be visibly moving mysteriously all on their own. One night the family heard the noises, looked out the window, and decided to record what they saw. One of the swings in the playground moves all on its own. People tried to stop it but end up running in fear as the swing begins moving again, as if something we can't see is moving. At first, one may think it might be the wind, but if we look at the other swings in the clip, none of them are moving. Viewers were left confused and creeped out by this footage, and several tried to come up with an explanation. But what do you think is going on here? Jorge and his family have witnessed terrifying paranormal activity in their home objects, would move without any explanation, and shadow figures have been seen. The activity became so intense that Jorge set up security cameras around his home, and one day one of the cameras caught this.
What was that? What the hell was that? How do we get on here? Come on, guys. This is crazy. We're sitting in the streets of here. I don't even want to wake her up. What the fuck? Leave us alone! Leave us alone. We're not scared of you anymore. Leave us alone. Just sit back down. Just sit back down. I'm not waking up the baby for it. This is crazy. Leave us alone. What the? Okay. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Come here. Come on, baby.
Various objects around the room move all on their own. Jorge's wife tries to be brave, but when a chair is suddenly shoved out from under the table, she decides enough is enough. She grabs the kids and gets out of there. She hopes that will be the end of it. But later that night, while they're all asleep, the baby monitor set up in their bedroom captures this. A series of loud knocks can be heard. Then the bedroom door creaks open and closed mysteriously on its own. We then see Jorge's wife gets up out of bed and she slowly moves towards the door in a dreamlike state as if something is controlling her. And after Jorge reviewed the footage, he was shocked. He immediately shows his wife, who doesn't remember any of it. Also, what's strange is that this has never ever happened before. Ever after uploading this video, viewers believe that something paranormal is at play here, with many suggesting Jorge's wife was possessed or controlled by whatever was moving the door.